Okay, welcome to another video. It's Marvin here again, and today's video is about Hobbit against G2 from the DreamHack Masters Spring semi-final. And I think this series was always going to be a win for Gambit, but most impressively was how Hobbit performed pretty much overall, but specifically on Inferno. And I think this will be interesting to watch, considering that yesterday we watched Boomich play B on Inferno, and now we're gonna watch Hobbit play B on Inferno. We can kind of glean some differences in the two demos. I think this demo is going to be a bit more interesting as Hobbit plays really well. And I just want to show you, like, this is Hobbit's event history, and I just want to highlight the consistency here. Like, he's just always been, like, very rarely has a negative rating, and just very consistent. Bit of a drop in form over this period, and this is the major that he won, PGL Krakow. So I think he's the only remaining player from that roster that won the major. But anyway, let's get into the demo and we'll watch Hobbit destroy G2. And dead from Nico. Nice peek. I was about to say he's holding a very aggressive angle, and he gets punished for it. A little bit of nade damage onto Jax there. Just throws a preliminary flash just to stop any rushes. Now first orange planning anti-flash. Already I can tell that, like, the movement, the utility, just everything is super fluid, super smooth. No wasted time bumbling with nades, or no wasted time with your movement or your crosshair. Just looks up two quick headshots with the MP9. Nice flash to fall back with and reposition. You see his head? And that's unlucky. How is he not hitting the head there? It looks right on him. Nexa just looks up and pops him in the head with the P250. Damn, I felt like he should have had the third there. But even still, two nice kills on the eco. I mean, it's probably not a fair comparison for me to compare Hobbit to Boomich. Like, if I wanted to do something like that, I would. You can see Nafany also plays the B site, and he's the in-game leader. But as I said in the Boomich video, I much prefer Nafany to Boomich. And maybe when they beat Na'Vi in the finals tomorrow, I'll make a video on Nafany. I do want to make a video on Nafany to kind of confirm what I'm seeing when I watch Gambit games. Doesn't mean there wasn't stuff to learn from yesterday's video. But it's just good to get a kind of an idea of how the teams are playing. And B on Inferno is a pretty tricky spot to defend. As you saw against Boomich when they played Furia, who are a really good Inferno team, and he had a really good map overall, Boomich, but they still managed to get on to the B site, and they actually won their half on the T side, even with Boomich playing well. And it just shows you how difficult it is to play this site. Teams are getting super good at executing B, taking car control, all sorts of innovation. This particular smoke that G2 threw is from Furia, or at least that's where I first saw it. They throw this kind of smoke and a deep CT smoke generally with it. And the idea is that they try and flash and isolate someone playing CT like Hobbit is right now. Try and catch that guy where the normal CT smoke, you leave him alive and he's just able to spam through the smoke. Maybe you can spam him back. But you leave that guy alive and you just try and get into the site. Whereas when you drop a smoke like this on the stairs and then another one deep CT, well, that was a very easy kill. Can't get any more. Gets double peeked. Had an opportunity to definitely kill one or both, really. But yeah, lots of innovation, lots of ways of teams trying to take the B site. Makes life very difficult for a B site player. Another difference I'm noticing is Gambit do not like to fight for car control. They're very content to just play back in the sites and kill them when they run into the site. I guess they've just got really confident setups on the site, and they don't really need to take car control and have their second B player rotate back to A, because that's the idea, is that you have one at top banana, so you're like Nafany's doing right now. He can rotate and assist your A players because it's a difficult site to hold even with 3. Where they're just comfortable like with their reads just to do it without the info, really. Just listening. I'm sure they're communicating. I'm sure Hobbit and Nafany are communicating, and Nafany's communicating with the rest of the team. So like Hobbit didn't have to do anything except for tell Nafany to come back when he hears them executing. And if you look at my Astralis video where it's called The Beginning of the End of Astralis, where I was looking at I kind of made a bit of like a video essay about why Astralis were performing not so well as of 2021, and luckily I timed that video just after Device switched teams, but I was looking at Inferno. And so what I did for that video is I went and looked at every Astralis CT side demo for 2021, and I was trying to just see if I could notice any trends on why they were losing, because their win rate on their CT side has dropped quite a bit. And in Astralis, you always think of them as a super strong Inferno team, a team that has kind of defined the meta on how to play B in particular and Banana with their utility. But I think the rest of the world has caught up with them. And in fact, you see that it was actually Astralis making some mistakes. And one of them I thought was that they really tried to fight top for top banana or car control too much, and they were getting caught and isolated and flashed and killed way too often. And it's hard enough to defend B with defend Inferno with 5 players, but once you go a man down and drop to the 5v4 or the 4v4, I mean, a good Inferno team should win. You should be able to pull the rotates and like manipulate the rotates to get onto your site, trade effectively, and once you're in the post plant, it's Inferno. You should be able to win the post plant. That's why you see a lot of teams going for like gambles once they lose a man. If you think of like Na'Vi or Virtus Pro, the teams that like to do that, they just gamble stack, and if they stack wrong, they gamble wrong, they're just safe. That's a very wide jiggles. He's just jiggling here with the molly. So they're playing just one on the site, and they don't have top car. In fact, they know they're someone car because they've just used that molly. But he's got the smoke, he's got the util, and that buys just enough time for Nafany. Oh, I think it's... who is it? Shiro. Okay, Shiro's... And just look how they're so confident, their setups are so strong. You just bought just enough time for Shiro to come in. Shiro takes the first one from New Box, and then Hobbit gets an easy shot in the side of the head. He is traded, but Shiro's good enough for the second with the deagle. Actually, the second with the AWP, and then he deagles the third. So just think back to yesterday's video and look how deep both of these players are playing. compared to Boomich. Boomich was up and close. He was getting flashed at the half wall and peeking. Like his teammate was flashing for him and peeked at the half wall. And he was just close. He was spamming bullets through the smoke. Whereas Hobbit and Nafany, they just picked their spots. They're just confident in their team play, in their communication, and in their ability to hold the site together. And they win that low by G2. Good on them. Shiro peeking. Full blind. Running. He gets caught on the retreat. And even though they got that pick, they're not really in a position to punish and just go fast into B. Now we're 3v3. This becomes a lot harder. But they're going to make the right decision and rotate one more over. And it's become a little too obvious, really. Like they kind of had to go straight away. But as soon as Nafany runs down and gets the info, like he kills one bottom mid, gets traded, but it's a 2v1. It's as easy as that. Like you would think that there should be an opportunity to, like if you get a pick, because they're rarely playing 3 or at the B at the start of the round, or some teams even do 4 at B at the start of the round to throw their nades and run back. But Gambit, you can see they're pretty consistent just in keeping the 2 at B, and they're playing pretty deep in the site. So they should be susceptible to some fast B, like some B rushes. Just run up, banana, throw your CT, throw your coffin smoke, molly dark, molly new box, and flash and go. Like it feels like that sort of strategy should work against how they play it. But I think they only get 2 more T rounds. So we'll see how it goes for them. And Hobbit gets a bunch of kills, so not well is the answer. Okay. Nafany deep in CT. They're gonna try it. He gets one. Nafany kills the one flanking CT, and they win the round. So exactly what I was describing worked. It wasn't as fast as what I was saying, but same result really. They only had 2 in the site, which is what they pretty much always have. And they traded 1 for 1, but they had 4 going into 2. I think we just fast forward through this full eco round. Oh, dink. Wow, he gets the second as well. This and he lives. This guy, the first Oranges players needs to be traded, and he's gonna get a third. That didn't go to plan. Yeah, there's no way he can swing it and re-peak and get a second there. He needs to be. The most he should get is one playing that position. We're gonna give him the AK. Little bit of nade damage there. Another really well played round. Wow, so he gets the... Well, he sees Jax running in, but he has the molly out to delay the rush, delay the side hit. Gets Amanek straight through the smoke. Waits for the flash, peeks, and gets a free kill onto the low player in first orange, and then it's a 3v1. And manages to pick up the last kill as well. And it's really just perfect. Like, you felt like in none of those fights that he took did he have a chance of being killed. Like, they're all very safe fights for him. That's another thing I noticed when watching Boomage is I felt he was taking a lot of risk just playing. And sometimes it would pay off, but sometimes it wouldn't. And he's going to be in the with the rotate. Oh my god. Oh, you madman. Oh, you've pierced Amanek. Oh, he gets one more and a third. Oh my god. Are they shooting back? They got blanks, G2? What is happening? Feels like he's just walking around in aimbots, tapping heads. That play against Zamanek was crazy though. I think we'll watch the T side as well. It's very short, so I don't think it'll make the video too long and boring. Tags up Jax a lot, but no kills this time. Kills Nexa, the bomb planter. He's planting. Okay, knows Nico's there. Unlucky. But they still win the round. I mean, yeah, that's how you play B. Very impressive so far, and I think he has a pretty good T side as well. G2 rushing mid. Wow, he got hit in the head but takes 10 damage. Jax goes crazy, gets a bunch of kills. In the 1v1 now. And I remember this, he plays it super passive. Doesn't get a rush of blood to the head and do something reckless. He just plays it. He has a minute 20, I think, or something on the clock when it's the 1v1, and he uses the time that's given to him. As you can see on the mini-map, is it? No, it's not Jax. Who is it? Jax. It's Hunter. Jax got 3 kills on the rush. Making a lot of noise. I don't think he caught it, but I think Jax. I mean, why do I keep saying Jax? I know it's Hunter. Hunter fired there when he was that's why he ran away, because I think he made his presence known. But I didn't quite catch it on the demo, but now he's running back, making lots of noise. That's an easy kill. 2 kills on the pistol and a very well played 1v1 there. Yeah, Hunter took a shot, and so the thinking for Hunter is that he knows that I'm B. I'm going to rotate back to A, because I mean, if you know he's on B, that means A is open. 3v2, last two are coming short. He's playing the graveyard. Oh no, bomb's down. One left, Nexa. Again, he's not going to rush him. He's not going to try and just kill him, even though he only has a deagle and I think no armor. Play the 2v1, get the bomb down. Use your utility. And I think they're about to they're going to pick together and just ensure that it really is unwinnable. I mean, it should be unwinnable and they make it so. Use all the advantages they have to make sure that Nexa can't pull off a couple of quick headshots and win a unlikely round, even though they're up 12-4 at that stage. Another mid push by G2. I got a couple of frags as well. It's going okay. In the 4v3. But now Shira's killed the B player. I like how Shiro, once he's killed that B player, he comes back down banana to help Hobbit into the site with the bomb. Uses his smoke. I just get the feeling he's always safe. He's never at risk of dying, and he really isn't. He's only had 9 deaths the whole game and 20 kills. Okay, just as I say that, he dies. Goes walking out. Not really prepared for someone to be in the church. Amanek orbing holes and he just gets killed straight up. I guess Hobbit not prepared for that kind of play. And G2 win that round. Just a light buy, Tech 9 and armor. And dead again. He's really trying to take this app's presence. But 3 out of 3 rounds, that hasn't worked out for him. 3v4. It's comfortable just to play this balcony. Ooh, almost caught the timing onto Amanek. Does catch Nico though. And it's GG. (21-14) for the map. Could have been more, but he tried to just take some fights in the apps on the T side, and it didn't really work out for him. But really, an overall impressive CT side. Thanks for watching. I hope it was a nice comparison to the Boomich video yesterday, and I'll see you in the next one.